Thanks for tuning in to Rural TV. Thanks for tuning in to Rural TV. Stay tuned for National Tractor Pullers Association, only on Rural TV.
The following is a presentation of the National Tractor Pullers Association.
Hi, I'm Army Armstrong along with Greg Randall. Welcome to NTPA Championship Pulling presented by Pennzoil. Today we're enjoying the beautiful Wisconsin sunshine in Tomah. And as the natives say, it's where the eyes divide. Now I couldn't understand what that meant, but I found out that in central Wisconsin, Interstate I-90 and 94 divide at Tomah. Greg, a little bit of history there.
Yeah, exactly. And you know that today's class is the two-wheel drive trucks, and I don't think you'll see any of those vehicles out on I-90 or on I-94.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wisconsin Harleys, you're going to see some two-wheelers running down the highway here, but the two-wheel drive truck category on the NTPA circuit has undergone some changes, some good and some bad since we last met.
Yeah, that's correct, Army. You know, we had two guys, Dave Lamar and Robert Elias, who won't be with us this year. After a career spanning of over 2 decades, Lamar decided to retire, and late last season, a good friend of the sport and a true gentleman, one of the best people we knew, Robert Elliott, passed away.
Yeah,
both will be missed.
The Kentucky gentleman, he's up above looking down on us, I guarantee you that. But one competitor who will be back is the 2006 champion. This guy wants to come back and defend his title. He's out of New York. Kind of strange when you think of a sport being from the deep south. This guy out of New York is your defending champion.
Yeah, Dave Laskowski has 2 entries, never say never, never say never again. And, you know, you talk about competitors taking their shot at the title. Well, this year's Grand National shooters reside from the Bluegrass State, a real Kentucky mafia, as you'd put it.
Yeah, well, and this being Tomah, it's the big event it is, there's going to be some local players that are going to step up because this is the one chance it seems like the local guy or the minor league player, the regional player, can come to a national level event, poke these other guys in the eye, and to go home and brag about that has got to be super for the pullers.
Yeah. Late last year, one of our Region 3 teams, the Christensens from Minnesota, claimed a victory, and it's a competitive class anyone can win.
Well, speaking of anyone, let's head down to Ashley Kessler. She's trackside standing by with some more information on the awesome two-wheelers.
That's right, guys. I'm here with the David Richardson-owned Kodiak Bad Boy, driven by his son Chase Richardson. This is one of the many vehicles that could win in today's competition at Tomah, Wisconsin. The one twist we've thrown at these fellas is the fact that they're involved in the Pennzoil Cup. It includes 5 classes and approximately $50,000. Anybody can win, and this is anybody's show.
Anybody's show is right, and we roll into the Pennzoil Cup and the two-wheel drive class with Jessica Jacks, 17-year-old Jessica Jacks, out of Fishers, Indiana, with a Sempico-sponsored pair of Jackson. Army, a young driver, good reflexes, a little lacking in maybe the experience of some of these other guys, but a good competitor.
Well, Larry Richwine, the track official, keeps an eye on her, and her dad's not here with her this weekend. It's kind of interesting. Some of the other pullers said, well, we'll keep an eye on her. It's kind of a unique sport. That's exactly what's happening. So she'll roll out, tighten the sled up with the Sempico-sponsored vehicle, and let's see what this young lady can do.
Very nice one.
Yeah. The young lady can do awfully well. That's interesting. You know, what's her mom's name? We told your dad's a truck driver. What's her mom's name?
Jessica Jacks?
JJ. JJ's got to be happy back at home. Daddy's on the road, and this kid looks like he's going to be going into a pull-off.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, her youthful experience paid off with reaction time. Look at that front end up. Just a textbook run there by Ms. Jacks.
looking right down the throat of that motor. Look at those 3 holes wide open. She had it on kill.
Jess, you were the first one tonight to start on the left side of the track, and it looks like you ended up pretty close, here on the end, obviously with a full pull. Tell me how you felt.
Oh, I felt great. I felt it hook, and I just came with the throttle, and I couldn't have been even a better pass.
Well, I definitely second that one, and out rolls Jim Collins. Jim's out of Clarence, Missouri, and he calls this the untouchable.
Interesting in this sport how the balance sets up, and this vehicle shows you just how important that weight is on the front. You got the weight on the back is not a problem because that big sled's going to be pulling you down, but what you want to do ideally is to get as much weight as far out as you can and then make the vehicle lift it up and just rock on the 2 rear wheels. It's a different philosophy and it looks weird, but as this young lady says out as the current leader,
1938 Packard Army. Wow, neat looking vehicle.
all those out there that own 38 Packards, you can be proud because that guy laid down a good shot. Don't think it's going to get him in the pull-off, but that was an awfully good run. Again, it's a balancing act in this sport. 305 with a 1, not going to be the distance he was looking for.
Out rolls R.J. Simon. He's a second-generation competitor out of Farley, Iowa.
It's kind of interesting here because you got two stories as you see Simon come up. This youngster, new to the sport, second generation. Dad was very active in the sport a number of years ago. The other part of the story is a vehicle he's driving. He kept the name of the Old Blue. This is Robert Elliott's car out of Mayfield, Kentucky. Years ago, Robert passed away. They kept the name in tribute to him. Let's see what this kid can do. Again, now in this class, watch the right hand. That's the throttle hand. Simon is going to roll out and try to take a shot at this young lady in the lead.
Different owner, same result, Army.
Man, Old Blue was howling in Tomah, Wisconsin. Full pull. Change the complexity of the whole pull. Now everybody at least has to go this far.
Yeah, he rolls off the line. The front end took a little while to get up, but once it came up, it stayed up there. Nice lift, nice speed.
Didn't get too far up, just rocked it back on air. All the horsepower had to be on those rear tires.
RJ, you made a great pass coming down the track. It even looked like you might have had a guardian angel with you. How did you feel about this pass?
I felt real good, you know, with Robert's old truck, and I just come out here to do it for him. And I want to thank everyone for helping out, my Sim Pico, my dad, my Steve Olson, and everyone. We had a hell of a pass. I don't know how far we went, but hopefully it was good.
Well, good it was, but the Irish Challenger is going to be coming after him. This vehicle's kind of unique. These guys come out about 10 years ago, and the Walsh brothers, Dan in this case, have always been players in this sport, always relied on the Ford combination.
Yeah, and they're actually probably calling Tomah their hometown pull, as they're just south of Linden Station, about 20 miles south to be exact. And they've been pulling for, this is Dan's 30th year in the sport.
That's interesting. I knew him when he first came into the sport. Let's see what he can do. 2 out, Walsh going after him.
Hard after that Pennzoil Cup money, but maybe a little short, Army.
Yeah, goes a 305 with the 3. A good number on any other day, but everybody else came into Tomah lock and loaded and ready to go. We've got 2 out. Irish Challenger's not going to be back in the pull-off as we roll on through the class in 2-wheel drive. Hey, stay tuned for more pulling action from Tomah, Wisconsin. Hey, Greg, been look back at the pit area in this 2-wheel drive category. It looks like a homecoming for the 23 Fords. This kid rolls out of the Bluegrass State, new kid on the circuit. Tell us a little bit about him because he definitely is all fired up.
This is Lawrenceburg, Kentucky's Eddie Carey, and yeah, he rolls out in one of those 23T buckets you mentioned. This is a 572 cubic inch Aries motor. Used to belong to Jim Mattingly, who also ran on our circuit.
Well, he's looking to get a good pull in, and one of the biggest events, like you say, this is one of the 3 events where they have the Pennzoil points. This is the first that they go after these Pennzoil points, so this guy wants to do good. He did. He's got to be a happy camper. A little bit of cylinder. He had some little skip in there out of each side of the engine. You can pick up just a little bit of puff of white smoke coming out. That just shows that cylinder wasn't hitting at that time, but it was good enough.
Yeah, Eddie's a veteran to the sport, but he's a rookie on the NTPA circuit. And first visit to Tomah, he's got to be pleased. Got the butterflies open, got hooked up mid-track, and got her down to 310. Eddie's with our Ashley for more.
Eddie, you chose to take the left side all the way down the track. Tell me all about how that worked out for you.
It looked like the best side of the track to me. Nobody been running on it, so I took a shot at it. Evidently it worked.
Well, definitely it did. Another 23 coming out. Driver location kind of interesting. We talk about the weight and everything. This guy's moved forward. Chad Christensen just a little bit more forward with the 23, and he knows what he has to do. We got 3 out now.
One of our Region 3 competitors, you know, Chad and his brother Doug and father Dennis all campaigned a pack rat name, and one of the Christensen brothers actually won the two-wheel drive class at Tomah last year, and they like running that right sideline. Let's see what Chad has in store here with the pack rat 5.
Looking at 310 mark. He was flirting with it, but not going to be there, I don't believe. A 306 with the 2. Good pull, just not good enough.
Stayed away from that right sideline. You know, they normally like to run that here in Tomah. Maybe a new strategy for a new season.
Whatever it takes. We told you about the 23s. Here they come rolling in. They must be having a car show around here or something.
Could be. Well, this is Craig Nation. He's out of Rich Hill, Missouri. Of course, we see his father, LD, every once in a while on the circuit with the Indian Outlaw Unlimited. Craig is a former 3-time Grand National champion in the two-wheel drive class. He's an Ingerly pull-off winner and a ring winner at Bowling Green. I'd like to win here at Tomah.
Wow, you look at the side of the vehicle, you see Ken Finney's name, you see Tim Engler's name, you know this guy's hooked up with some good equipment. Oh, pull. We're going to be seeing him again, so they're starting to stack up in Tomah. We've got 3 out. Can anybody else make the show? Stay tuned. We're looking at the pull-off right now, and he is just perfect.
You know, Nation has won many titles. His father, his brother did, and he's definitely got to love that run here at the Missouri Raider.
Craig, this track has been a real horsepower killer tonight, and it's also been pulling a lot of the trucks to the right side of the track. Tell me what you did in order to get past 310 tonight.
Well, the truck had hooked up great there, and it went straight, and hopefully I can come back and pull off and repeat it again.
Hey, we got something that's got a roof on it. Oh, the Sullivan family, kind of interesting. The sponsorship on the truck is for an event they have each year to remember their brother Eddie, or uncle. And this is Donnie Sullivan. You talk about a kid growing up in the sport. He and his kids.
Yeah, Warsaw, Kentucky, another great family of pulling. And Donnie is in that Chevy, a good-looking deal. And yeah, they have that Hansel Sullivan Memorial pull each spring in Burlington, Kentucky.
Not going to do it, but man, that sure sounded good, didn't it?
Yeah, you know, after all those 23 T-buckets coming down, watch that Chevy. Hey, it looked like we were back in 2000-something.
He goes a 302.
Well, we'll go to the replay, and hey, check out how good Donnie ran here. Maybe not good enough for our pull-off up and down, but has a lot of power with that Hemi motor. And he is trackside with Ashley Kester for more.
Donnie, you have 2 other trucks in this class. Let me know what the advantage is of keeping your eye on those guys so that you know what to do with yours.
Well, we have the same setups on both of them, and we downloaded a computer off of my dad's truck and tried to set mine up. Got close. We've only ran this motor a couple times and need a few more passes, but we're getting close. It's a tough class, great place to pull. NTPA's got a great show. Thank you, Pennzoil, for putting this on.
Hey, you notice this kid comes out and got a little bit of airtime too, so he can brag to his buddies back at the grade school. Hey, they call it the beer wagon. This is 23T. Give me a little bit of history.
Well, this is Corey Kilmeyer. He's out of Faribault, Minnesota. He's a student, and he is the son of Jack Kilmeyer. Jack has the all jacked up semi, which he debuted this year, and of course he's got Double Trouble that's been a handful in the Region 3 modified circuit, so a lot of successful trucks and tractors. And here's the beer wagon with Corey.
Kid's close. What did we come up with? That was an awfully good run.
We tend to make our
No, didn't do it. A 3:06, Greg. That's tough.
Tough, but that ought to put him in the top 5 as it stands right now. In fact, yes, that's a 5th place right now for Corey.
Well, we got 3 out. We know they're going to be coming back. Anybody else make the pull-off? Stay tuned. We're ready for pull-off from Tomah.
The Cumberland Highlanders Show. From the front porch of the father of bluegrass Bill Monroe's boyhood home comes the rustic music of rural America. This 30-minute program showcases legendary guests such as Dr. Ralph Stanley and Jesse McReynolds, along with up-and-coming new talents. Cumberland Highlanders keeps the music pure with old-time ballads and classic bluegrass sing-alongs. Be transported from your living room to the birthplace of bluegrass with the Cumberland Highlanders Show, only on Rural TV. Do you like what you're seeing on Rural TV? Then we invite you to please email comments and suggestions to info@ruraltv.tv. Visit our interactive website or write to our London headquarters at 1 Stephen Street, London, W1T 1AL. Please tell your friends and neighbours about Rural TV, and thanks for watching.
Wisconsin. Time for a pull-off, Greg.
Yeah, we've got 4 in the pull-off army. Let's check in with track conditions with our lovely Ashley Kester. Ashley.
Hi, Greg and Army. I'm out here trackside, and it looks like for the pull-off, we're going to have a track that's going to hold moisture pretty well, and it's up to 4 competitors to come together, and it could be anybody's ball game out here, guys.
Boy, she's exactly right. Ladies first. Young lady that sponsored by Pico Lubricants rolls out. She was the first one to make a full pull. You free pull in your full pull order the way you went out. Jessica Jacks comes out now on tour with the truck. Her dad's not able to be here. Her family not here, but everybody in the crew. Yeah, everybody in the other crews have helped this young lady out. She's going to the pull-off in Tomah. That's something she can brag about forever. But right now, we don't separate the men from the boys. Ladies first. Man, she was smooth on that throttle, Greg. I tell you, they heavied the sled up. Yeah, 288 with the 6. Heavier sled as we're into the pull-off. A little bit later in the day, the moisture's in the air. Let's see if that's going to stand. I don't believe it will, but at least at Tomah, she was there. Speaking of being there, this guy out of Iowa with the old blue truck out of the Bluegrass State. Yeah, R.J. Simon thinks he can win this thing. He is pumped up.
And Jessica tried that right sideline, which has actually been a real good sideline over the history of Tomah for the two-wheel drive class. And now R.J.'s moved the sled over out of Jessica's path to try to get a little better, newer piece of real estate.
Well, he's going where nobody else has been, building a new road. Come down down through there like the Atchison, Topeka, and the Santa Fe. 308 with a 5, Greg.
20 feet into the lead there on that run by R.J. Simon. Very nicely done.
This kid's going to be pumped when it's over. He doesn't really get up in the air and still it starts working for him until the weight comes up on it. Then it hooks a little bit to the right. But he's our leader. There's only got one bullet to dodge.
Guys, you can tell this one here is a happy camper. He just made a beautiful pass down the track. Tell me, RJ, what do you think?
Oh, I just think it felt great. I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless right now.
It looks like you held up to the old blue name, so we'll stick with that.
Thanks.
Well, the way he was holding on to Ashley, I thought maybe he's weak meat too to Army. I'll tell you what, a great run there by RJ. And now Eddie Carey comes out to take his shot at the leader, 308 and 5, set down by Mr. Simon.
You know, I apologize. I said there's one more bullet. You got Carey, and then you got Nation still remaining in the class. I'm getting all pumped up on this. Your current leader sits out at the 305. Kid out of Kentucky going after him. Nation waits in the wings. You can tell when that weight catches them, can't you? It just yanks that front end up. A 298 with a 5, Greg.
Exactly 10 feet behind R.J. Simon. So track conditions seem to be holding up pretty well.
Yeah, Simon's sitting there out there like a Cheshire cat, grinning from ear to ear. But I tell you what, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. I'd like to introduce you to the fat lady right now.
Craig Nation, Butler, Missouri area. Rich Hill specifically for Craig. The Nation clan out there in west central Missouri, right on the Kansas border actually, and the Missouri Raider definitely has the power. He's got a Vini motor on board.
Engler components, 308.5 is the magic number. Took a win at Tomah, 316 with a 5, and he had as much stuff coming out the bottom as he did on the top. Kills the motor. There's your champion. The replay shows almost a perfect run, but watch the bottom as he's got pressure coming out of that engine, Greg.
Yes, and I'll tell you what, you said he had it on kill. I believe he did, because you see a lot of steam coming out of that engine right at the end. He's relieved it with Ashley.
Craig, either you had it in your mind or this truck did. I'm not sure. This motor was on kill, you're on kill, and you're coming down the track as fast as you could go. Tell me about how that pass had to feel.
That second pass was twice as good as that first pass. The truck just hooked up, but went straight and made a heck of a run.
Here in the Napa Valley, you can't have successful wineries, vineyards, or restaurants without dreaming big. And this area is also the starting point of another.
Bennett's. It's all about the bike.
Welcome to Rolling Art. We invite you to join us on an entertaining journey through the art, history, and passion for the motorized vehicle.